So you may be witnessing a woman who's just lost her mind, but I just drove 3 hours down to Portland to Versailles Gardens because I was on Instagram, and one of their gorgeous floor models that I drooled over back in February is on sale. And I do mean sale, on sale, on sale. So let's see if this car trip is worth it. So as most of you know, we are in the process of renovating the back garden, and the upper area, we were just gonna put this small patio. We were gonna replace the one that was already there, but do it properly. Well, the other conversation that Brian and I have been having was he's been actually pushing me to get a greenhouse. And I keep thinking, it's too expensive, I don't wanna do it. But at the same time, currently, our basement is a greenhouse. And so in the middle of winter, when I'm getting prepped for the show, it is a hot mess inside our house. And so the more we thought about it, the more we talked about it, the more we're like, you know, I actually need a functioning greenhouse for my job. So when this greenhouse came up, it was just like, is this the stars aligning from the universe? And this is the greenhouse for us. So it's in the back. Let's go take a look. There is so much stuff for me to look at here, but I don't want to get distracted. So we're going to go right to the Target, and I want to show you the Instagram post, the real life that drew me in. Okay, so here it is. Come inside. This is one of the classic shapes. And one of the things I really love about lambs is I like how unusual they are. Like, you just don't see them a lot. And then the other thing that I love is they put so many sweet little details on each one of their greenhouses. So you can kind of see it right here. They have gorgeous rounded edges to all of the window glass. I mean, it's just so beautiful. And then also it has this really like decidedly chic French aesthetic that I think is so lovely. I mean, down to the little pulls where you like open and close the windows. Check this out. It's this little tiny coil in the same powder coated finish. I mean, it's so beautiful and so chic and so classic. The other thing that I really liked about this one is, okay, I'm only gonna partially shut it, but this is just a manual shade cloth system. And the reason you would use something like this is because what it does is it takes the harshness of the sun, and where we're looking at putting this, it's gonna get lots of afternoon heat. So it takes the harshness of the sun, and once it hits this, it kind of diffuses out, and it also looks super pretty. So the other thing I want to show you is these lower panel details that go all the way around. This is just one of those elevated, super special greenhouses that's unlike anything else on the market. And for me, I want my garden to be unique and feel a little bit special. And so these Lambs greenhouses, as soon as I saw this thing on sale, I literally hopped in my car. Like, from seeing it on sale to hopping in the car, it was 1 hour, which is insane. But it's worth looking at because this is such a beautiful investment. Cannot get over these little boxers. Are they so cute? Okay, I'm gonna take you inside a really special greenhouse. This is actually the greenhouse that they constructed during the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. It is so spectacular. This one was in Jesse Bloom's garden, and an actual couple got married in here. Do you see how tall these oversized doors are? These are spectacular. I love this so much. And I think what's so interesting about, this is the Mirabelle. What's really cool about this series is it's got this beautiful arc to it. And each one of these glass panels have a beautiful rounded bottom to them. And then it also features these different top vents that are temperature sensitive. So as soon as the temperature rises, the windows on the top open. It's so good. This is a whole different room. This adds real estate. I don't even know if I would use this as a functional greenhouse, but I could actually see doing a giant table in the middle and having classes in here. This is so cool. Do you remember? These are my pots that I have. Okay, I bought 2 of the big ones and 2 of the little ones from the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. I love these. And these ones are imported from Belgium. They're Corten. I love the feet. This is the other thing, is I have never seen a planter that had these adorable little kind of lion's feet on them. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, okay, I want to show you something else. Here's the other thing that I really love is you can get these greenhouses in so many colors. In fact, what's really funny is for some reason, I love this deep brick red. There's something that really does it for me. But then look at this one. This is so playful and non-traditional. I love this one too. I mean, honestly, I don't think you could walk into a greenhouse this color and not be instantaneously happy. But I have to show you one I just found. A lot of you actually ask what the color of our front door is. And it's basically this color. It is a color called Vintage Vogue. I think it's by Bear. I stand corrected. Vintage Vogue is by Benjamin Moore. I just love this. This also is the color of our new furniture on the bunker deck. So, you guys, this one is an olive green sand finish. It feels so good to the touch. But I love that they give you all these powder coated pieces so you can actually touch it and feel it before it's ordered, because each one of these is made to order in France. You guys, even the downspout is cool. Look at this. The little lambs logo, really, really chic, powder coated, integrated into the system. Nice little outlet down here. This is so beautiful. Now, it wouldn't be a tour of Versailles Gardens unless we also touch on the containers, because the things that they're importing are top shelf. They are incredible. So they import a lot of Campagna, which is a beautiful pottery supplier, but then you have these incredible French pieces. I mean, if you look on the inside, the level of detail that goes on in just the interior of a container. The manufacturer here, I can't remember the name, but one of their signature looks is actually this rope coil that they leave on the inside of each one of their pots. And it's just absolutely spectacular. And this is one of those things where it's like, no one's gonna know it's here, but we as the designer and we as the homeowner know that this is such a beautiful handmade product. And so really, really love this collection. I just want to take you around because the last time we were here, it was the dead of winter and none of their fountains were going. And I'm always on the hunt for a good fountain. So come with me. Okay, these are so good too. You see a lot of classic zinc planters, but these ones with the lion's head, it's such a beautiful, beautiful statement piece. I would love to see these flanking a really formal entry. I feel like with the Italian cypress in it, it lends this incredible classic tailored old European look. Just absolutely phenomenal. They didn't have this fountain running the last time we were here, and this is Fountain of Dreams. Okay, how gorgeous is this? For those of you following along at home, this fountain is $13,500. This is a one of a kind. You are not going to find this in any other garden you visit, really, truly. It is beautiful. It is sculpted. This looks like it is hundreds of years old. And I mean, we're talking instant antiquity. I am also obsessed with anything that has this little spigot coming out. The detail on it is so lovely. They have this one, which is a little bit lower and wider. And then they have two more over here. This sweet little rounded one with the grape detail. And then this one I really love. This one I think is really beautiful for a smaller entrance area. And the sound that it gives off is spectacular. This would also be good if you have a little bit of street noise that you're trying to disguise. And this spout, it makes all the difference. Does this look familiar? This is the bench that I used at the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival. I love it. It's delicate, it's foldable, it's really great for so many different spaces. And actually after the show, this one ended up in my client's garden and it's sitting right in back of her beautiful koi pond. And so it's this moment along a giant walking trail where she can have a minute, she can have a cup of coffee, the puppies can run, and she can take a minute with her fish. This was actually one of my favorite structures when I came in February because the detail of the top is so good. It is so adorable. I immediately was like, could I fit this in my garden? Where would I put it? And then they surrounded it with limelight hydrangeas that are in standard form. So it means they're in this kind of tall grafted tree shape. But then as I was looking through it, I found a zinc fountain that I have to show you. This is so beautiful. And I feel like this shape, how elongated it is and how simple and clean lined it is, I feel like this blends a lot of different design styles. I feel like you can lean traditional, it's transitional. I feel like you could even put this into a really modern courtyard and it would feel right at home. I also love the proportions. So it's a long fountain. We've got the long kind of spill edge. I mean, it's just like, it is so good. Okay, a couple of the things that I'm noticing, and I noticed this because I'm also licensed to retail Campania. Campania prices have gone up substantially with shipping and importing and all of that. And so when you come to Versailles Gardens or anywhere else that is a vendor, you may notice two different prices because we want to honor some of the older prices, yet we need to retail some of the newer prices that we are paying. So just be aware, if you see things marked in two different price points, you can ask the question, but a lot of it is because we're heavily impacted by the economy because we import so many of these beautiful things because they are handmade in other parts of the world. But I am loving every single stitch of this terracotta series. I think it is so chic, it is so classic, and I really am feeling into more of this potentially for the new studio down below because it's gonna go the same charcoal as our house. But then potentially these could be cool pieces to live inside a greenhouse. There are some fabulous shapes here. This kind of almost orb situation, this is gorgeous. I can see fruit trees in here. I can see an olive tree in here. I probably wouldn't do like a rounded topiary form, but this is very, very good. You could even do a spiral in here, like a clipped box spiral. That would be sensational. They also have some pots over here that are almost like an artichoke globe. I want to show you those too. I am loving this. Not only is the shape great, you can fit a lot of plants in here. It's a beautiful shape to work with, but then you get this subtle artichoke detail coming up. And I just think it is timeless and classic. I love this. This is the only bunny allowed in my garden. This is the only one. Everybody else needs to take a hike. I also think when you do kind of more of an ornate greenhouse, doing something that's a little bit more squared off, maybe a touch more clean lined is oftentimes really fun. And in some of these big, this is actually a fiber stone, so it's super lightweight. I would love to see a clipped box ball in this. And then you just change out all of your seasonal accents around it. I mean, this would be so good. I think I need to walk back. I need to kind of sit in the greenhouse for a minute and feel into if this is the right decision for the garden, because I think Brian's right. I think it may be time for me to have a greenhouse of my very own and stop using our basement and all of our family space as a growing area for all of my plants. So I'm gonna go back to the greenhouse. I'm gonna sit with her a minute and just see if it's the right choice. I think I've made my decision.